Hi, welcome back to Bite and Beyond. In today's video, we are going to dive into the key ingredients that can make or break your entrepreneurial journey. In this video, we are going to look at the virtue of patience in the context of startups. Running a startup is like a roller coaster. The journey is full of ups and downs. It's not an easy one. But to do this, you will need an ingredient of patience. And I will be helping you to understand why that is important. Stick with me and let's look at this virtue of patience. First of all, let's start by defining the word patience, but in the context of startups. To be patient literally means staying calm and persistent while amidst challenges, amidst uh, hardships, and also the long road that leads to success as a startup. But it comes with benefits, and one of those benefits is better decision making. When you are patient and you are not threatened by small things, you are going to end up making better decisions because you are patient. So when challenges come, instead of rushing through decisions, you are going to be calm and then make better decisions for yourself as a founder and as well for your startup. Two, you will build a strong foundation because this is going to be a long term. Building a good foundation is going to be key. A foundation based on learning what you're doing, knowing what you're doing well, and you are not rushing through things. It is going to help you build a better startup because you created a better foundation. And thirdly, there will be a long-term success. Okay, so because the long-term success will come because while you are building your startup, because of the challenges and things you learn along the way, you will know that if I am patient, right now I need to pivot. If something is not working, you may decide, let me do something else or let me pivot or make it better. But you will not give up. Because if you are not patient, you are going to end up giving up everything. I did this thing and it failed, so I have to give up. So by not giving up and pivoting in a long term, you'll end up succeeding. Of course, we have to ask ourselves, why do we need this patience and what will always cause us to need patience? Because as a founder of a startup, there are some challenges that are going to come your way that totally require your patience. One of the challenge number one is finding funding or funding hurdles. Of course, if you start your business, you are going to find a difficulty while funding it. Probably to get the equipment you need to use, you not have funds to run campaigns and promotion for your product, and you run up and down, you talk to your people and you can't get finances you need, you not make enough revenue that you need, and so you realize that cash flow becomes your problem and it's very challenging that almost you need to give up. It's at this point actually that you realize that you need the virtue of patience because people will not hand money to you. Even when you go for pitching and you are looking for fundraising and you are looking for investors, they will push you. You go to this one, they will push you until you find you land on that one who will eventually invest in you. So at that point, you really need to be patient. Otherwise, if you are not patient, you'll have given up because of finding hurdles. The other thing that can cause you to need patience is going to be product development. As they often say, that good products require time. You're not going to build a good product in one day. And of course, why is this very difficult? Because building a better product needs a lot of knowledge, learning, iterations. Because if you are building something new, if you are trying to disrupt the market, you cannot start piecing together all the jigsaw puzzles. So in the end, you will fix this and this will fall away, and you'll have to be learning while you are building your product. This can require a lot of patience because you build your initial version of the product, and probably people reject it or they tell you they don't like it, and you have to go back and build again. So if you are not patient, you'll be like, but I thought I got it right. Why don't people like what I did? So it will be patience as a virtue that will keep you wanting to keep doing your best so that you can produce a better product. Last of the other challenge is product validation or market validation. Of course, you are not building for yourself, you are building for the market. And what is challenging is, how did you come up with this idea? You are probably sleeping and it came on you, or you are somewhere discussing with your people, or you saw an opportunity and you wanted to seize it. And you thought building this product was going to work, but it can only work if the market says so. So when you build your product and you take it to market, of course you'll be shocked. You may think it will be liked by 100 people, and then you realize it's only liked by two. So you have to keep changing until you find the product fit market, a product market fit. So this is not something that is easy. It will require your patience, stay in, to keep digging in, so that in the end you can build a product that the market
Now,
that
what
we have understood what patience is. We know the challenges that require us to be patient. We are going to dive deep and find what can we do realistically as founders to maintain this virtue of being patient. Number one, we have to be realistic. Guys, we have to be realistic by setting realistic goals. I have met founders who start up a product or something, and they tell you in 2 months, I expect to be making profits. So you see that they start on a high. It's good to be optimistic, but again, you should not be unrealistic. So setting up realistic goal will be key. You can't start up a business and you expect to expand in 10 countries within 1 month. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying, depending on what you're doing, sometimes you have to be a bit of realistic. Two, you have to find support and guidance. So if you start up a business as a founder and probably or a startup, and it maybe you are building lithium batteries, try to discuss or meet with people who have done it before or have done a similar thing or are doing the same thing. Talk to them. What are they doing? How are they managing their problems? What can you do? Because they are going to give you psychological support. Because sometimes most of the challenges you're facing are actually not new. People have faced them before. So once they talk to you, you will get a bit of comfort, and then you can build the patience that you need to help you overcome the other challenges. Of course, what we should not forget, patience is not saying let's sit back and wait for things to do themselves. No, patience is ability to stay intact inside yourself while you are going through turbulence. So, are there some success stories? Of course, yes, and many. But I'll use one of the examples that you know. We all know Airbnb. These guys decided to create a product that people can use, to rent, to partially rent a home, and find temporary for a night. If you think about it, this required people to open up their homes to strangers and allow strangers to come and live in their home. Or even people going to live with strangers for a night or two. It looks like strange, but these guys had to be patient with their product and allow people gain trust for their product first of all, and realize that you can leave a stranger with no harm. And also, you have to allow the chance to expand. If you are Airbnb, because you don't have very many people who are already on your app, So it can be very challenging for your customers, for example, to find where to sleep when they change a country or a city. So that can be very challenging, and these guys needed to be patient. People who started in 2008, you realize that they started breaking through in 2011. That's after 3 years. And maybe by the time you personally got to know them, it was 2015. That shows you how much patience needed to be adhered to. So patience is a virtue that an entrepreneur cannot do without. Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, share it to your friends and comment, and let's hear from you next time. Bye bye.